movie that came out in like 2007, and it's R.L. Stine's The Haunting Hour. Don't think about it, with Emily Osment, Brittany Curran, and Cody Lindley. Unfortunately, but this is only 87 minutes long, so let's get to the spookiness. Ooh. I did Monsterville already. I didn't do this one. The Hatchery LLC. Steel Town Entertainment Project and Creata Entertainment. R.L. Stine, man, he's really old now, but he's still kicking. Don't think about it. I won't. Emily Osmond. Yeah, she just got divorced. I'm so sorry, but hey, I'll accept you. I'm a very giving man. I'm not going to take a woman's presence for granted. Ever. Brittany Elizabeth Curran. She's also married. At this time, she wasn't. Alex Winsenreed. I've never heard of him. Michelle Duffy and John Hawkinson. And Tobin Bell. Yes, Saw himself. Jigsaw himself. But he's not Saw in this movie because this is for kids. I want to play a game. Yeah, he's the best version of Jigsaw you're ever going to get because that voice, special makeup effects by Greg Nicotero and Howard Berger. Yeah, the makeup effects here are well done. I haven't seen this movie in years. I don't have the Goosebumps movies, so I can't do those. I only have this R.L. Stine movie and Monsterville, which is Carnival of Souls, which I did already. Jane Stine, R.L. Stine's probably daughter or wife or something. Like this music. It's very haunting. Feels like a Tim Burton movie or something by Henry Selick. Selick. There's the Halloween thing, directed by Alex Zam. A jack-o'-lantern, like it's a Halloween movie. This is not Halloween. No, again, kids movie. PG means kids. Look, SpongeBob. But this is not a Paramount movie. It's a Universal movie. A Cat Nightlight. Pokemon, even though that's another property that's not from Universal, that's from Warner Brothers and and Nintendo, because that's a Polyworld. I know my product placement. Halloween's in 2 weeks from tomorrow. Ooh. Because Polyworld has the friendly eyes. Polyrath has the big arms. What? Toys don't think. Except in Toy Story. And this is after Toy Story 1 and 2 and before 3 came out. No! This kid, yeah, he's a little bit of a whiny kid. Oh no! Yeah, he's a little bit, he's not the best actor. That's why we don't see him anymore. Because Emily Osment still acts. And Brittany Curran. Yeah, this kid whines a lot. Gonzago. I'm not scared. I haven't had a night terror in months, and I've been sleeping a lot better now. I'm just glad that the summer is over, fall's here, and soon it'll be winter in a few months. Winter's coming. And I could think of girls like Elsa. Because I want to see her next winter in 2026. Pikachu's right on his pillowcase. This kid does whine a lot, and he has a little kid's voice. Because now he's probably a man, obviously. It's funny because I was a kid when Pokemon came out in 1995 in Japan, and the cartoon came out in the US around 96, 97. The games came out when I was 12, so I was an older kid, and I played those games a lot, Red and Blue. And then when Yellow came out, there she is, emo. She's Emily Osment. Basically, she's Lucy Loud, except you can see her eyes. Sigh. The ending I was not a big fan of because it's way too ambiguous, and I'm like, I like an ending that feels complete, not where they're gonna tease the sequel. There was no sequel to this. Monsterville it was years after this, and it was not a sequel. This does feel like an R.L. Stine story. You know, I never read Goosebumps when I was a kid. I remember the books in the library in school. They used to, be on the shelves. The monster blood and all that, yeah, and the blob that ate everything. I remember those books. Who's that? The guy from Spawn? Yes, Todd McFarlane was there at the convention, but I didn't see him because a lot of these private signings you don't get to do that unless you order early. The only thing I got to go to was the panel for Invincible, and I got to see the gorgeous Gillian Jacobs. Absolutely stunning, man. Who needs Margot Robbie when I have a girl like her? She's just stunning. Like she has a sexy voice, large friendly eyes, blonde hair just like Margot, and she has a better track record. She mostly does TV shows because she did Community, and she's in the biggest cartoon for adults ever, Invincible. And Adam Eve is the hottest cartoon superhero girl I've ever seen. Yeah, Supergirl's my favorite DC, female, but in Invincible, Adam Eve, Samantha is the most beautiful feminine girl I've ever seen in a superhero cartoon for adults. See, she's gothic. No color. I only wear black or dark gray. I never had a goth phase because I'm not goth. I don't want to be emo and talking like I don't have a soul inside. No, I'm very colorful and animated. The Knoxville Junior High. Because this is like right when she was doing Hannah Montana, Emily Osment, like around the second season and before the movie came out. It's beautiful. She looks just like her brother, except her brother's fatter and has facial hair. They have the same face though, but so talented. Because she could play emo, she could play bouncy and colorful, and she can also be really sexy. Have you seen Young and Hungry and that show she does on CBS? That guy that divorced her, you're lost, buddy. When you're supposed to marry someone, you're supposed to stay with them. Not, I'm bored with you. I'm going to be with somebody else. Yeah. Pooey on that. I spit on divorce and separation. Yeah, Cody Lindley, not a fan of him. He sucked in Hannah as Jake. I just don't like him as an actor. He thinks he's cool and he's not. Him and Austin Butler, no. No thanks, guys. He's basically, you know what he looks like? He looks like if Annika had a brother. Of course, Annika's better looking than him. I mean, Josh would know because she has a face that could light up an entire room. Yeah, they have the same face, but her face goes with her body and her beautiful brown hair, not blonde hair. What can I say? I know what I like. There's Brittany Curran. She's lovely. She could have been Jade in another timeline in Victorious, because she looks just like her. No, I don't want to add a Q&A. Get out of here. You're not Santa. Yeah, again. No, he's not. And he has a black sidekick because again, they have to have the diversity higher here. And this was 2007. That's a that's a McDonald's burger. You can definitely tell because it doesn't have seeds. That's a cheeseburger. Emily, even with that goth hair, I'm sorry, you're gorgeous. I know, guys. I know. I know. I'm hetero. I get it. Gorgeous eyes, man. Oh, excuse me. This is PG for scary content and thematic elements. Yeah, fear is a thematic element. This earns its PG rating. That creature in this movie is really creepy looking. It's not even. It's so creepy. It's not even on the front cover, because Nicotero does some really good makeup effects. God, your eyes are like a cat. Yeah, I never been to a horror convention either. I've been to a sci-fi convention and several Comic Cons, Brooklyn and New York, and one convention in Jersey, which they don't give anymore. The Heroes and Villain Fun Fest. That was my first convention as an adult. Cassie, you're beautiful, man. Even with that dark eyeliner. Maybe I like goth chicks too. I just don't like girls that cut themselves. I don't like self mutilation, guys. That's not for me. I already have to. I already go through enough when I have to donate blood. Look at my arm. Look at that. See, I got a bruise there because I donated blood a few days ago. Why are you petting him? It's not a pet. I don't like self mutilation. I'm just not. I'm glad Lucy Lau doesn't do that because it's a kids show. If Lucy Lau was in a like Riverdale or something or like Stranger Things, she probably would have been, like cutting herself. I don't like that. You should never cause self harm. Oh, again, and she's emo, so she feels just like Mean Girls. Why do people have to be mean to each other? I went through this in high school. I did. But Cassie's very likable. She's not like a dark and brooding character that does nothing. No. I feel bad for her. I do. See, she's listened to an iPod. It's what I did when I got angsty. TTSD. Oh God, this kid's squeaky voice. Yeah, I think he's the most annoying character. Mainly because his voice is so high pitched. I'm like, God, you're annoying. Your voice is annoying. That's why he's not the main character. She is. I'm not shy. An emo character can be interesting if they're not just throwing fits every time. Like Kylo Ren, they went too far with him. It's like, oh, he can't be interesting being dark, so he has to throw hissy fits and yell a lot. I'm like, that's not a deep character, guys. When Vader said something with a stern voice, he didn't have to yell until the prequels. No, but again, that's funny. I do like the setting in this movie. Just like, just like, no. You saw they have an orange bag that they put the leaves in. You stupid head. Who wrote this movie? Let's see. Billy Brown and Dan and Angel wrote this movie. Yeah, I never heard of them. You were so beautiful, man. It's weird how she's trying to act tough, but I'm like, Emily, you look like a cat. I can't. I'm so attracted to you. Yes, even when she was on Hannah, I know. Again, I was in college, but she grew up, and look how beautiful she is now. Again, I know what I like, guys. Nothing against Miley. I think Miley is gorgeous and weird, but Emily has the more cat-like features. They both have eyes like a cat. It's just that Emily's eyes are smaller. Miley's is big and expressive. But they're both girls, so yeah, yum. It's like comparing the two girls from Wednesday. Janet Ortega is adorable, and but Enid, what you call it, Emma Myers, what a beauty, huh? She has that pale skin and those light eyes and that blonde hair. Well, in the show, and then she has really brown hair, but she's stunning, man. Liking a girl shouldn't have an age restriction, unless they're underage, but they're not. Emily Osment's an adult, Miley's an adult. Annika's going to be 18 next year, so I'm good. Halloween store open. Ooh. That is creepy. I'm glad I'm doing this movie because I haven't done this one and I haven't seen it in years. It's been almost 20 years since it came out. It was 2007, so excuse me. Emily at least had this. Emily has range. She's not playing the same character and everything because this is completely different from her Hannah role and Spy Kids and also the other those sitcoms that she did. She looks just like her brother. And they were both actors as kids, but they didn't get scarred for life like some kid actors where they grew up and they're not sane. They lose their minds. Look at Amanda Bynes. She completely lost her senses. After she retired from acting in Easy A, she's like, I'm going to start drinking and getting into substance abuse. No thanks. A spider. There he is. Jigsaw. Tobin Bell. I want to play a game. Try to get out of this trap. It's the creepiest clown I've ever seen, man. Man, his voice is so haunting. Him and Lance Henriksen. You like scary movies? I would love to meet him. I've only seen two of the Saw movies because, again, they're torture, and I usually don't like that. Especially the first one where they have to cut their feet. I'm like, yeah, that's a bit much for me. A tarantula. That's a real tarantula, too. A tarantula. He has a very haunting voice. Like, at least we still have him because, we lost Tony Todd last year. Or was it earlier this year? I forgot. I miss him a lot. Yeah, I think it was last year Tony Todd passed. And Lance Reddick. Again, will you get away from me? Go away. Stupid make it a Q&A. This is not a Q&A. Or I'll kill you. His voice is so scary even in this. Yeah. In the horror community, this guy is like a king. Because people know his voice. He's not even Jigsaw in body because it's just a puppet, but his voice is so iconic. And this is when I think Saw 4 came out. Yeah, like 4 was around this time. 5 came out in 2008. Because they're so cheap to make those Saw movies, and there were so many of them. And they're still making them. I mean, what was the last one? Like 10 or something? Or Saw X, I think that was the last one. There was that, and there was Spiral, which is a spin-off with Chris Rock, but Tobin Bell wasn't in that one. That was more like the Conjuring spin-offs, like Annabelle and the Nun and all that. You get the key to your freedom. It's got a great voice, man. We're 21 minutes in. Also, when there's a book that's old and it's crummy, like the Necronomicon, yeah, don't open it, guys, because usually something bad is going to happen. Remember the Book of the Dead, aka the Necronomicon in Evil Dead? Yeah, they open it and then something goes wrong. Yeah, even in the remake. I'm not counting that Evil Rising, whatever it was called, the last one. That's not even a real Evil Dead movie because it doesn't have Ash in it. Even in the remake, he made a cameo at the end, but if it doesn't have Ash, it's not really Evil Dead, in my opinion. He's the main character of that franchise. Yes, it's a franchise now, because you had 3 films with him, and you have the remake and the TV show, and all those video games as well. And that was Sam Raimi when he had micro budgets. He didn't get like a $200 million budget or something like that until like Spider-Man 3 came out. Or the Multiverse of Madness. That's why Multiverse of Madness was more horror related. Do not read aloud, of course. You think I'm going to read some Book of Incantations? No thanks, guys. I want to sleep the next 2 weeks. Yeah. Yeah, that was the commercial break. I saw this on Cartoon Network. This was not on Disney Channel or Nickelodeon. Pumpkin Queen. Jack Skellington's the Pumpkin King. Beautiful, man. Again, that's a McDonald's cheeseburger. Oh, see, those burgers have seeds on them, but the one that the kid had, yeah. That's a sloppy Joe, that's one. Turn it off. Wow, you're such a puss bag. Exactly. That's like being afraid. That's like if someone was afraid of angry birds. I'm like, yeah, I know there's fears, but unless you're Scarlett Johansson, I don't think I don't think that's fear. Is yeah, because she doesn't like birds. I get it, guys. She has a phobia of birds. I'm gonna lie down a little bit. Yeah, this movie's not scary. Well, no, actually, I'm wrong. That game is not scary. This is a cool looking dance. Skeletons. That was Lynn Jr.'s costume. Look at her. She looks like a Monster High character. I like the costumes. It looks like Comic-Con. Thanks, Comic-Con, for your Halloween themed fun time that I had. Not the best time I had. 2019 will never be top, but you gave me a lot of memories I'll take with me. Look at those eyes. Just inviting. Benny Curran, you beautiful girl. See, she fooled them. She gonna put fake blood in there? Like Carrie? Music is banging. Hold on. Here we go. There's nobody in the chat anyway. They're definitely. It's a good song. That's in 2 weeks. I like her costume. She's beautiful. I got a small one for now. Okay. Okay. Smash it. Smash it. Smash it. Mm-hmm. She's gonna get hers. Yep, roaches. Ugh. Madagascar hissing cockroaches. Those are disgusting. Yep, you get what you deserve for making fun of her. Mm-hmm. They didn't put blood because, again, kids movie. Carrie was an R-rated film in the 70s. And the remake was also R-rated as well. So let's hoping Belle saw that. Smash it, and then she got... Yeah. No, those things are disgusting. I would never eat one of those or step on them. Again, she makes fun of her, Emily Osment. What goes around comes around. See, she's not dumb. Don't judge her. Get her diary. Even as a goth chick, she's just beautiful, man. I will write you a return paper. Again, that's plagiarism. That's not a diary. That's the Necronomicon, if you will. They called the evil thing, but they couldn't call it the Book of the Dead because this is a kids' movie. And yes, a PG movie is for kids usually. Sometimes. Now PG movies are tame. That's in 2 weeks. She's a Christmas. You saw she was a box. They already got Christmas stuff at the mall. Oh, this kid's voice is so squeaky. The set in this movie is pretty cool. And unlike Spooky Buddies, they don't put insignias in your face. Because that movie kind of did it. I was like, yeah, that was a little bit on the nose. Disney. You should be the last ones to be preachy after what you've done this year. 33 minutes in. Wow, this kid's a. Yeah, this kid pads the running time. Coward. Wait. Ugh. And I like kids. I just don't like when they have squeaky voices like that. Again, the day after Halloween, candy goes up to 50% off at the stores because nobody's buying candy until like Thanksgiving or Christmas. pomegranate juice, little bits of granite. Yeah, let's just say that Cody Lindley does not have the charisma or the appeal that Annika has. Annika's just stunning, man. Yeah. Is that all it takes to be cute? Deer Park. You saw that's a product placement. But it's in the background. It's not shoved in your face. Hello, Sang. We're 36 minutes in. We're almost 40 minutes in. What am I doing? A podcast. It's not a story. It's a book of incantations or something. It's called The Evil Thing. Why would you read a book to a kid like that? I'm doing a podcast for R.L. Stine's The Haunting Hour. This kid is the worst character in the movie. To lock you in a box, man. Even Harry Potter didn't have a squeaky voice like this in the first two films. I don't. I'm just gonna have to. Do not read out loud again. Yeah, it shows up in the second half of the film. Like the Mutos. Just kids in a trance. You coward. This kid's face. I'm not thinking about it. This music does sound like Harry Potter. You are a coward. Yes, it is. That's what they all say. It's like when they open the Necronomicon and they think nothing bad will happen, and it's a book with skin on it. What do you think? The leaves. There it is. Pumpkinhead? No, it looks like Pumpkinhead. Oh, that pizza. Papa John. Ugh. Don't like them. Get that pizza. Uh, keep that pizza away from me. I don't eat Papa John's pizza anymore. Not a fan. Not a fan. I prefer Domino's or Pizza Hut or Little Caesars. Their pizza doesn't make me sick to my stomach. There's the creature. It's a good looking creature. Comes about halfway through the movie, but it's got it's not a CGI monstrosity. It's actually something practical Nicotero did with the makeup effects. Look at those teeth, yeah. It also looks like the relic a little bit. Mm-hmm. The cre it is it's really well. Trust me, eating a Papa John employee is considered an upgrade in this movie. Remember when in Red 2? Yeah. Again, I'm not playing around. He doesn't want the pizza. He wants your flesh. No blood, because again, kids movie. See, a guy just got killed. But again, Papa John's is the worst pizza chain I've ever eaten, ever. I'm just not a fan of them. Ever since I got sick in 2010, I haven't forgiven that pizza chain. That's why I prefer Domino's. It's better, better deals, better pizza, better experience. The Ninja Turtles will never eat Papa John's pizza because it tastes bad. Poliwhirl. Oh no, not the cat. Again, she should have saved her progress. The movie's almost halfway through. Wow, he has no charisma. Yeah, this is R.L. Stine, not the Blair Witch Project. But the creature did kill somebody. Mm-hmm. No, you are. Yep, the fuse box is outside. No, in my home, the fuse box is in the basement, not outside. Should never be outside because it can get wet in the rain. Speak for yourself. He is. I agree. I agree. The kid's voice is annoying. God, he makes Morty look like a man, look manly. Yep. Did you see that? A Halloween cookie residue. If you've seen Ghostbusters, you've seen that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this kid has that same look on his face. He's just as awful as the kid from Home Alone 4. Yeah. That kid's worse, but this kid's not great. That's why he acting was not his forte. Let's face it. At least Emily Osment is still. I agree. He's a coward. Even Nemo wasn't this scared, and he was scared of a lot of stuff in his dream world. The whole movie, he has no, he doesn't have a pair. He just is scared of everything. There's Ash and Pikachu. He has a Care Bear with a rainbow on it. See, looks like the pumpkin head. It's a good looking practical effect. This film has some atmosphere in it. This is creepier than half of the horror movies that came out this year, where they did well, but they're not scary. I haven't been scared in a horror movie in the theater since The Conjuring. Yeah, the first one. Let's be clear, not any of the sequels. The first one is still the best, and still the scariest supernatural movie I've seen in the theater in ages. Take that, Mr. Monkey. Save your progress. That's what you should do when you're doing a paper. SpongeBob. That franchise has been on the air for so long. In 2007, it was still not new, but it was still like, rising in popularity after the movie came out. But man, it's been on the air for way too long. That and The Simpsons, I want them to end soon. This kind of freaky. It's like a Poltergeist. Remember Poltergeist that a kid was in trouble? No, it doesn't. Cranberry Park is the name of the place. And that was a tape. I used to use tape until 2007, and I switched to digital discs. Now I just film things on my phone or my Nintendo Wii. I mean the Nintendo 3DS. It has an SD card I can film stuff on. No, she's not. You are. But the worst is the kid because his squeaky voice is just irritating. It's insufferable. Cassie, I'm scared of everything. I'm like, oh god. That's why I don't see this one as much as Monsterville. At least Cameron, Dove Cameron doesn't have a squeaky voice like that. It's cutesy. I don't applaud her lifestyle choice, but hey, that's her choice, not mine. I only like girls. It's my, yep. It's a good-looking creature design. It is because it's not bad CGI like an Asylum movie. Or some of the movies that came out this year that's supposed to be scary and they're not. Even Sinners, is it scary? No, it's kind of racist. Look at the creature, yeah. That looks awesome. It puts people in cocoons. If that looks familiar, like aliens. It doesn't look like the xenomorph, though. It looks completely different. It's more like Pumpkinhead meets the Cloverfield monster. Is that the original Mummy? Yeah, I think it is. Oh, your voice cracked. Why is your voice cracking? Did you hit puberty or something? I hit puberty when I was 13, not 25. She's so cute, man. He's out there. Remember when your voice cracked, Josh? Yeah, it must have been years ago because I'm like, my voice doesn't crack. I have a man's voice. Residue. but they don't. See, they put them in cocoons. I guess Negatero was a big fan of Aliens. Or Alien Resurrection or something like that. That creature looks amazing. No bad CGI can look better than that. It also looks like a creature from Doom. But again, this is a much better movie than Doom 2005. It doesn't have bad British actors doing American accents and sound like robots. And it's not so dark you can't see what's going on. That movie needed better lighting. It needed more POV, first person views shots, like at the end. And it needed a better cast. And it needs to be on in the actual the location from the game, not Mars or whatever. This is a kids movie. You're not gonna have a shotgun in a kids movie. Yeah, she did. Like Rachel McAdams deserved to get what she deserves in Mean Girls in the original, not the remake. I didn't see the remake because when your lead actress is the Australian girl from Spider-Man: Homecoming, you have a problem. Yeah, she's no Lindsay Lohan, not even close. Lindsay made a comeback. This girl hasn't been in anything since Far From No Way Home, and that was a cameo. Hmm. Your brother is, but he's also the voice of Sora in Kingdom Hearts in the English version. You're interesting. We're almost done. We're about an hour in. See, this is creepy. They go to an underground tunnel, which is already scary because it's very isolated. Like if you see play the video game Alien Isolation, it's very creepy. It's scary just watching somebody play it because the xenomorph will follow you everywhere in that game if you don't hide someplace safe. It can open doors. It can stalk you. Can run after you. It's one of the scariest games I've ever seen people play. I saw the not the Game Grumps, the Super Beer Bros play, and I'm like, it's terrifying because you don't know what's going to come out next. That's residue. Slime is green, or or pink in the case of Ghostbusters 2. I'm so happy I got my Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie signed again. Karen Ashley was really graceful, beautiful woman, and she's really nice. And it was good to she acknowledged me. I really appreciate these women giving me attention. It's a nice feeling, you know. I didn't want to walk as much as I did. I walked over 28,000 steps, but next year I'm gonna just get a. Next year I'm just gonna get more of a Metro card, so I don't have to walk as much. Oh my. Somebody help me! Ugh. So if it was a little girl, I could let it go, but a little guy, he is such a coward. Even Newt in Aliens wasn't this scared, and she was a little girl. At least that girl went on to do something else. There's the creature. It's a good makeup effect. Look at those rows of teeth. She's like, "Are you kidding? For real? Look at that's two heads now." No, you need like a flamethrower, like in the Thing, John Carpenter's version. That is an awesome looking creature effect, by the way. This movie's aged really well, especially the creature. It's the ending I don't care for in this movie because this creature looks. I would have loved to see this creature in like 10 movies. You can't beat practical effects, guys, because it's really there. It's not made with computers. It's made with hands. There's a big difference between doing this and using your hands. Like, people are like, oh, that's fake. It's a rubber monster. It looks great. You don't know how much I appreciate this over some of the CGI effects I've seen in this decade. Like the creatures in Eternals didn't look this good. I'm gonna raise my rating on this movie. It's definitely aged better than when I first saw it. Why do you have to? Yeah, we know, Emily. You have issues. Every time they read a book, something goes wrong. Never ending story. Yeah. The books in Harry Potter that are alive, that are flying. Yeah. Don't read out loud. Aloud. I know. Trust me, Tobin Bell. When it comes to you, yeah, you made a lot of people cringe since 2004. Because I'm the voice of Jigsaw. Yeah. It's terrifying. His voice is just his scary enough. He's got a great voice, man. I'm gonna miss him when he passes away. Mm-hmm. Trust me, I would never summon Jigsaw. I wouldn't. I love clowns, but I don't like clowns that are gonna terrify people. Like Jigsaw or even Pennywise. Why would I want to summon something like that? Or Art the Clown. By the way, yes, I saw him. I saw him at Comic Con. I saw a guy dressed up as Art the Clown in a Santa suit, and he had a chainsaw. It wasn't real because again, you can't bring a real weapon into the park, into the Javits Center. You'll get arrested. Yeah, he's scary enough in this movie. That creature is even more scary. Tobin Bell. Unless they fought each other. The Halloween store, they have gallons of fake blood. The creature's sleeping. Yeah, it's got an egg sac like the Mutos. Look at those teeth. Yep. Definitely look like xenomorphs. The babies do. That's real blood. That's the blood from red meat. I don't want to know. Those creatures do look good, even though they're painfully obvious that they look like the xenomorphs, like the baby xenomorphs or the chest bursters. Yeah, they look like the. These effects are really good. That creature looks amazing, man. I don't care what anybody says. That thing is one of the reasons why I love practical effects on screen because they can look fantastic. Some people don't have a $200 million budget to spend on CGI. Like the Superman movie did, but I'm like, why did Fantastic Four need a CGI baby? What is wrong with you? You can't get a real child. That's stupid. It's like American Sniper, a CGI baby. You can't get a real baby. Even Neighbors had a real baby girl. I like real people, not some CGI version. When it's a real person, it should be a real person, not a computer generated effect. These are real people. For the creature effects, this movie gets an A for that. An A for effort. Definitely. It sounds like what we were wrong. Because the Mutos are mostly CG. This creature is not. A stereo. I haven't seen this in years. The creature makes the movie worth it. Really? Rap, really? Thank you. I hate those things now. We're 72 minutes in. It's almost a. Please help me! Yeah. Oh, this kid's voice. Obviously, Nicotero's a fan of James Cameron before he went all CG on us, and also, Ridley Scott before he went all CG on us. Directors I have respect for that lost all my respect when they just remake the same things. You coward. It's not human blood, you idiot. It's animal blood. This kid is scared of everything, man. And you don't have a disorder, so you're just scared of everything. No doubt that creature is creepy looking, but this kid is scared of everything. He's scared of his own closet. If the movie had just ended here, that would have been fine. But with R.L. Stine, you always have to have that twist ending or something like that. They did a good job with this. There's a little bit of CG at the end, but the creature is mostly practical, a practical effect, and the baby creature. What's that, mustard? Yeah. Uh, no, there's more people in there. It's still moving. It's funny. It makes a cocoon, yet it's not a spider, or like a daddy long legs. See, you got captured too. Who was that guy creature? Oh, that's the pizza guy. Yeah, didn't die. If it was Domino's, I would say deliver it. But I don't hate this guy. I just don't like that. I hate the company he works for. I do. I'm sorry. Papa John's is not for me. Even when I first had it, I'm like, this doesn't taste as good as Domino's. Trust me, that card got it what it deserved. Worst product placement in the movie, easily. It's like in Red 2, and they're like, what's Papa John's? And I'm like, yeah, it's the worst pizza chain you'll ever have. And I love pizza, but I don't like that Papa John's pizza. No, it's disgusting. The pizza dude's not the problem. Like I said, the pizza he's selling. A pepperoni pizza with all the trimmings, that's the best. But not when Papa John makes it. It makes me sick. With Domino's Pizza, when they had that in Ninja Turtles, I'm like, yeah, that's my pizza. I eat from them at least once a year, at least, or a couple of times a year. Yeah, burn it down. Burn it down. Too bad that Seth Rollins got burned this year, because his vision turned on him. Yeah, who didn't see that coming? Once you got all this power, people want it for themselves. The movie should have just ended here, but it didn't. I know, stomach. Calm down. I'll feed you a little bit. No, he's not. He screamed. He screamed for the whole movie and then throws a jar of blood in the creature's mouth, and that's about it. The film just should have just ended here. No sequel baiting. Hmm. Emily, you gorgeous eyes. See the ending. I'm not a big fan of the ending. It should have just ended with the book burning and then the movie's over. You don't have to stretch this out. I don't know if I could blame R.L. Stine. I never read the book, his books, but the Harry Potter music kind of sounds like it. Yeah, kind of sounds like it. This was 2007. This is when uh I think Order of the Phoenix came out. Yeah, because Order of the Phoenix is the fifth book, and Half Blood Prince was 2009, and then 2010 was Deathly Hallows Part 1, and then 2011 was Deathly Hallows Part 2 that summer. I do like the music here. Why did you take the book out, you idiot? Hey, Superman fanboys, you're a little late, but the people behind this stretching the ending out would make a better movie. No, it should have just ended with the book burning. I don't like the ending. I never liked the ending to this movie, even when I first saw it. That would be like if Nightmare Before Christmas ends with not Christmas, it ends on like New Year's, and then something there's a twist ending, like Oogie Boogie didn't die. It would have been stupid, wouldn't it? Why did you do that? Why did you summon that thing again? You're stupid. Even Ghostbusters didn't have an ending like this. One or two. My bir- my birthday's coming up in a few months. I don't like the ending. Again, the ending is weak. It's more like an ending to a Saw movie. But the film is good, though, up until the ending. She does the soundtrack. She's so talented. She carries the movie. She really does. The song is pretty good. If you could hear it on YouTube, yeah, don't think about it. Let me get up because the movie's almost over. It's over. I don't like the ending though. I could shut this light off because there's. She's so talented. She really is. They don't have the whole song here. That's it. The video, the music videos on is a special feature on the DVD. So I don't think about a music video by Scarometer. Think about it, and more. So this movie's worth watching. If you've never seen it, it's worth a watch. But the ending is weak. The dad picks up the book and has to read it. I'm like, yeah, and it goes all. You're not Evil Dead. You don't have to get do a sequel bait. There's no sequel to this movie. Too bad. But anyway, thanks for watching. The few of you that did, acknowledge me as always. And tomorrow I will be doing another Scooby-Doo film, Lego Scooby-Doo Haunted Holiday Hollywood. So see you then.